the world as a digital simulation, really. To digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit.
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We got protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. These worshiping pedophiles wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves, barter system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher, no am I some pastor or preacher. Was released represent with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs, realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
For Chi-Town, who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just lie down. Blue sky but high ground, my crown slash helmet, so my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even seatbelted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked that caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. We bust offals for ices and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, so females click. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit to a fly though. Haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still hand, but we're Hiller man. This not Cypress Hill. I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow. I set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bra. You stagnated while I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dating space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. Active shape the state, he's a fraud. star intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I run best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel of a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lives what your fans get. Your worlds and pearls what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. And don't want to go for the better. And go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and jackers can't stand me. You niggas that know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people. I'm talking to you.
My little buddy, I'm a little red booty dance.
Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. No, I'm really down on. We not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is.
There we go. Give me one if you can hear me.
Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side eyes. Looking past the shine spot. Through that dang side eyes. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cars.
Hey Tom, what's going on? What's happening today? Oh, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening?
From the skybox, you got scope on your bills. The scope with some rules. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, the blacks in the section. Look, we gonna have this real show. Warriors.
I had to get some mesquite honey, y'all. The allergies kicking up.
The world's a stage, they have to pay. Script is played out. They keep us engaged, they keep our range. This is played out. Who's of a dying society? Should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and he's off the floor. Should have been prayed out. The draft is on, go was no issue. Could have loaded in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle, to who holds the pistol. If the bottles about who holds who the official. These three coins are aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or wet. It's a big fat. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, big back. Whether earth is brown or black. We want our shit back. Ain't foolish, nobody speak. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, watch up the other cheek. The wise man, nobody silence. Who see disguise, compliance. Silence my guns from conspiring to nervous. Other aspirants and finest. Tyrants are fine. Strains and friends and heights. I'm sure in the fight. And if I was the micros, I'm here in the sirens. Look at my head, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, coopers, and hyphen. Alignments, the assignment. I let the wisest, I'm not flying.
Hey, what's up, Lil Red? What's up, man? You was over there. How many of y'all there? Because I saw you way over there. And one way, there must be a whole bunch of you. Yeah. I gotta start taking pictures of you guys.
You're foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with nothing. It's personal. Know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack, there's a big fat. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, or big back. Whether earth is brown or black, we want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. It's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, big back. Whether earth is brown or black, we want our shit back. I teach you up.
In my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against. That's what my music's about.
Okay. Oh,
the
yeah.
oppressed rising up against the oppressed. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor.
We no surrender.
3-pound pressure.
the oppressor. Me, no surrender. 30-pound pressure, no weight pressure. Drop the oppressor. Me, no surrender. 30-pound pressure, no weight pressure. Drop the oppressor. Me, no surrender. It's time for a change, got a boss up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay your mouth, execution style. Too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a coca, claim by God, it's overdue. Your time is in the end. God die silent without sin. He put me on the better with justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With some pressures attached to the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like they're back by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the political sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just better late of the actions of the protection serve. Critical of the black plastic cutest, don't think any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who have it to stand for meals too late when the cats get bills. Don't believe it till you see type. When it hits close to home, you gotta act the bone. When the gas
eggshells. We don't have crows. We have ravens here. The ravens pick the shells up. I don't think they ate them. I never saw them eat them, but I don't know. I saw two of them take eggshells away, so we just throw them out here. They break down and they're good for the soil. Absolutely. Absolutely good for the soil. You can just take eggshells if you got pretty good soil, black, brown soil. Not red clay is a little different. It's high in silica, but just throw your eggs. I'll break them up and throw them out in it where you want to grow something. Just throw it out there. You got aloe vera plants kind of dying. You got spider plant that's good for air, you know, and cleaning and ferns. Chop it all up. Throw it out there. And you can put it in a 5-gallon jug with spring water or what's that? Distilled water. And you can add the eggshells, banana peels, orange, cucumber is a fruit. It's not a vegetable. You could chop that up, add it in there to supplement aloe vera, that gel. You could right in there, and it gets real soupy. Like, don't hold it over a month. That's just stupid. It starts mold and all that. Go in there, till your soil, turn it, drop that stuff, turn it in there. Take at least an hour, turn it and get in the soil with it all broke up. Then add some charcoal in there. I'm just saying. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, I was growing air corn as long as my forearm with 240-year-old heirloom seeds. And everybody was coming around here. They were growing white and yellow corn on the reds. I'm growing multifaceted, multicolored corn like I grew up. I remember as a youngin'. The corn that we ate, you know, until the commercialization and the genetic modification that makes you, you know, mess with your heartbeat and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. I just wanted to talk while music's playing and see if y'all could hear me real good on there. So I got a few things I want to go over. I want to read. After that, I got to run in town, grab the wood putty, and I'm going to take the cover off. It's not supposed to rain today. I think it's supposed to rain. It's changing all the time. I'll forget what they say. So I'm going to stand it up because I didn't want to do it yesterday. It was packed. It was a miserable hat. Anyway, I'm gonna flip it up. Get it cleaned up real good. I'm gonna roll it out. Y'all gonna watch. All right. First, before I set it up though, I'm gonna clamp. I cut one, but I got to cut all of it. Clamp the wood for the door part, and then once that's done, set it off in the shed or on the back of the truck. Tilt this up, get it real clean in there, and get that mold killer painting on there. And once that dries, it's going to take a few hours. I'm going to string for a few hours. I'm not going to be talking. I might play a little music here and there. I might just say, what's up, y'all? Read a couple of comments. But I won't probably respond to them until afterwards. Sure. And that way, you know, we can get some real progress going here. I need to slide it up in the truck. And I'm thinking once I stand it up and I get the rubber seal on it, it's going to take about 4 cans, maybe 3, maybe 4. Get the white all painted on the inside and all, you know what I mean, rolled out real quick. I'll slide it up on the back of the truck. I'll bring the truck forward. I'll turn that hole off of that friggin' thing that's tearing it up, and slide it up on there. It's heavy. I'll put my back brace and knee braces on. I'll have everything on just to make sure. Slap it up on there. It's a little over 100 pounds. Roughly about 140, 50 pounds. That's no problem. And then look at everything. Look at the spacing. Make sure the inside, I got the proper marks for the 2x6s. and the wood glue, because they're going to be solidly, and the 2x4s are going to be the braces for it. That way I've got it marked where I can drill the hole or put the bolts in. And that's going to happen also. And I got enough clearance because I got to measure between the tub that I'll be walking in and moving in and the back of the truck. I got to make sure that I've got at least 2 to 3 inches with lip up so I can at least reach to the back. It'll be covered once everything is set up because I'm going to build a little patio. A fold up, and after that, and I've got it just where I needed at. I'll drill the holes, get the bolts. I got Flex Seal. They got this other one. It's clear though. I don't. It's double something. Anyway, I'll take the Flex Seal and put it in there. Put both washers on both sides. Make sure it's sealed in. Spray the outside one. Not worried about the end. Make sure the bolt is angled straight like that, so the hole is up and down. That way, when I go to put those class one to lock it in, it's not going nowhere. Like I said, each one of those straps that I presented to y'all yesterday are 1,000-pound tests. That means strength, and I can flip the truck with it on, and the bed it'll still be in the back of the truck. Tore up though, but you know what I mean. It's pretty strong. Okay. So I wanted to read, somebody had asked me, what's up with the Klonopin, which is clonazepam, as far as side effects, use, and all that. Well, remember I expressed to y'all that I got a friend of mine. He was one of the first black cats. He's a Hindu brother, lives here. Well, I don't know if he's one of the first, but he was in that, maybe on the second, third, or fourth team in Hindustan. Black cats, they're special forces. We playing golf because I kind of like golf a little bit. I don't follow the rules too well as far as iron 9. I think an iron 9. I swing into everything, knock it up halfway to the moon. But I took a piece of pill, and he was like, he saw it and he was like, "What's that?" Because they come in different colors: pink, yellow, blue, green. I just making all kind of crap. Anyway. I said it's clonazepam, which is one and the same. He said diazepam. I says, yeah. He says, how long have you been taking that? I had to really go in and think because I didn't have my paperwork, my veteran stuff. And I'm looking at World Trade Center. I started taking it roughly around 2003, 4, I think. Wait, hold on. No, I started taking it around. This is 2020. This is their 2025. Up almost 20 years. I gave him a roundabout. Almost at that time when I was talking to him, almost 20 years. So this is like a couple of years ago. This is after the fake demic. And he said, "What?" I said, "Why are you looking like that?" He was going, "You shouldn't have been on that no longer than about a week or two. And after that, you can build up addiction and this, that, and at least, and especially people drink alcohol with it, and then they look for something stronger because, the anxiety might come back." I was like, no, it's assisted. There are times when I'm funky. If I have too much caffeine, partake in sugar too late. He's like, "No, you should not have been on that long." He had a statement for medical abuse here in America. He said it is not even trivial. It is so bad here. All right. And then they're making you pay for such bad medicine. And so I says, well, I have attempted, I expressed to them 6 times to get off of it. And there were times where I got a headache, headaches I never get. And reading the side effects, which are long-term side effects of Klonopin or clonazepam, can include vertigo, insomnia, depression, and hostility. Hostility, I don't have to put on a costume to hurt somebody. I don't have to look at you negative. I'll let you build your own temple. I don't care who you are. And the people that know me know this. They know that I'll be chatting with you, and in the moment you start retarded, so I'll be like, "Yo, I'm out." And if you say something funky, I'll say, "Hey, look, man, let's just step outside." I'm not one to sit there going back and forth. the people who are around me who know I'm not one for games. I don't like people that do dirty stuff and change up and flip and all that. I'm that individual. I go plain face and look at you like you really made a mistake. And that's thinking without thinking. So I said, so hostility is not one, because, you know, I've been running around taking care of and helping a lot of people, babysitting children whose mothers have left because they're on crack or their fathers. I've done my share, and it will never stop. As far as the vertical, I've felt that, but I think that happened more or less when I was poisoned and I was choking on blood. All the holes that have mysteriously popped up out of it. There was no fungus, no black mold, no nothing. And so as far as that, I actually blacked out twice when that was happening. Blackout, but gather myself. Like before I even fell, or I would sit down and deep breathe to get myself oxygenated because it was hard. You know, the cilia, which is like your tongue and its hair in your lungs, your throat. It was fouled up. So the vertigo, nah. Is there anything right now? I wouldn't say so. Now, as far as insomnia and depression, well, they label everything with depression because that allows them to give you all kind of risperidol, all these funky little poisonous heavy metal toxins with the worst excuses picked up because of war and the poisoning of the children, you know, wanting to give them that crap when they're kids, when they're full of energy, to make them calm down and go slow. And you all giving your children that crap, you are not only a mental defect, you really need to go to some reconditioning classes or courses to know that your children is supposed to have 100 times more speed and energy for their size than you. You should have that same energy, but you know, when you're being poisoned for so long, it comes with the territory. So as far as depression, nah, it could be looked at it, but I look at the world and I say, how can people walk around so lost and delusional? How is it that people can ride on one thing based on the emotion and the feeling without knowing? Well, you get conditioned. That's how you get there. So I wouldn't consider it depression. As far as insomnia, I would consider the pain and everything else of wanting to stop. And it can bring tension, raise your cortisol, blah, 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 which is what they want. But they've got a big system to play like as commonality and natural. Thing is, they don't know a lot of a study. And at one point in time, it was not natural, not at all. So there you go. I have been on it up to this point, roughly about 20 years. Up until when y'all saw me and I had stopped. I had attempted to stop roughly 6 times. This time, I don't care. I have my moments of headaches. I have my moments when I feel energetic, so I got to do something. It's not like the energy like that I naturally have. It's like it messes with the firing. You know what I mean? All those metals and all that toxin. All of this is a blocker. Okay? So I remember getting to a point for that person to answer the question of coming from the 1 milligram down to the 0.5. And some would say, well, at 0.5, no, that is when you take it 0.5, it's like a quarter of 1 milligram, or 0.5, excuse me. 1 milligram. That's like maintenance dosage. Still in your system. It's allowing it to, because it's slow, to keep that blocking going on. I just got to the point where I realized I need to feel it. I need to know how much pain, what's my threshold, because my pain tolerance is pretty high. It's not exempt, but it's pretty high. Very high, actually. And I just knew I had to get off. It's banned. The stuff is literally banned, but they knew it when they put it out. They knew it because I've studied it, especially after what he had said to me. So there you go. That is what they did. And it's called medical malpractice and abuse or something like that. Okay. There you go. I actually have it right here where I can read it verbatim. As far as if you get off of it, this is what they say. They don't say nothing about lavender and lemon. If you're going through it, you feel some anxiety, a little go ahead and get you some raw lavender, steep it for about 4 to 5 minutes in hot ass water for 4 to 8 ounces. Don't add nothing else, but other than lemon juice, which is like proactive, and it gets it really working when you absorb it in your stomach. If you ain't, literally too obese, because then that most people are obese because they got too much fat in their liver, and therefore the liver is not allowing the system to get rid of it because it's storing the waste, and it goes to your waistlines. Me eating fried bread, getting love handles, even though I'm still pretty strong there, and my gut got up. It ain't about age, because I just refuse to do sit-ups anymore. My stomach muscles are big, but you get the grandpa, which is not even true, because it ain't supposed to be there. It's all the toxins. Eating pizzas and eating certain things at restaurants, because you support the restaurant, individuals eating those things, or eating when somebody cooks a big meal and they didn't use the best ingredients, regardless of what you purchase. It's to do the same thing that the family talking about tradition, and when it's not, you partake without rattling a horn, rattling the drum, you know what I'm saying? So it catches up in a little while, especially when you had surgery and stuff like that. Yet lavender and lemon, 4 to 8 ounces of hot boiling water, steep for 4 to 5 minutes. After it steeps, you can remove the lavender or you can drink the lavender. It doesn't matter. Put you about a tablespoon of honey, tablespoon of lemon, real lemon, okay? Real lemon, tablespoon, that's a lot. And it gets to working, and it will calm you down. Now, be mindful. You probably have to look it up. I can't remember exactly. I think drinking it, because I was doing it for a while, and I noticed when I go to urine, it was like, what happens is if you drink a lot of it far too long and you start adding honey and stuff like that, what happens is there's a crystallization that happens. So you've got to take a break from drinking it. So like I used to make like a 12 ounce big coffee mug, Yeti, and I would go for a 2-hour drive and I would sip on that thing for like the next 6 hours. But I was doing it every day for like 4 or 5 months. And what happened was I was getting this crystallization. You see what I'm saying? And so I had to back off for a month or two, and I had to pop the damn pill because I get and it's not where I couldn't function. It's just once you want to sit down and look at everybody if you don't stop talking to me right now, people don't know. You know what I mean? All right. Okay. So this is what it says. How to treat clonazepam addiction. It's an addiction now. That's what they look for. Talk to a trusted person. Research treatment options. That's like going to your worthless ass doctors, and they say we're going to give you some we're going to give you these pills. They won't tell you because they're dirty little pieces of scum. You can ask for a food prescription, and not off that funky made up Zionist pyramid that wants to keep you sick. Off either the original one, which would be beef bone tallow and all that kind of stuff, and high cholesterol and all the HDL, that's crap. That's nonsense. Okay. But regardless of that, and this is stuff you can study. You can pull this information up. Okay. Not only that, if you choose to go that way, me particularly, I would say fasting and vegan could do a major reset, and the cold water absolutely does work as long as your immune system isn't compromised, okay? Because they're supposed to write you a script for the proper food, herbs, and stuff like that. They have gotten so far away from healing and protecting the natural order of who you are. Because they tell you all the time, you can cut a piece of your liver off, and it regenerates, it grows back. Your whole body can do that. This is the disease-minded, the ignorant, the people who have been institutionalized in the U.S. corporation who think they're Americans, even though they buy by something else because it feels good to be able to close the door and get in a vehicle. It's a real sick disease, a mental morbidity. You get what I'm saying? Swole headism. Get it, mama. All right. So other than that, I just wanted to start. Hey, Charles, I just wanted to start it off with that. All right. Hey, Tom, what's going on? Hey, Young Cherokee, appreciate the donation, beloved. Yeah. What's going on? Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into it, okay? I figured if you ask a question, I always said that I'll do my best to answer what I can. I have no secrets, okay? Now, you see the thumbnail, right? You see the thumbnail. You still have individuals arguing about something. I had an idiot from the IUIC, my cousin out of Denver is part of that. He's a major general or something. You know, my cousin Lonnie, his father was Lawrence Wright, Denver Broncos, Denver Nuggets. My uncles, you know, used to babysit Jazz, Lauryn Hill. We saw, you know what I mean? I was never no Hebrew Israelite, but I used to tell that's who you are. And you know, people didn't buy into it. And they started reading, and you know, they other things I talked about that drive people crazy. They start going, oh, okay. I always had this statement, this saying that I was to say, well, if they could lie to you and have you believe in a lie, can I convince you of a truth, though you might relegate it to a lie and maybe believe in that? You believe in a lie now. What's wrong with believing in another one? If you want to believe, that means lack of knowledge and knowing. And I used to talk like this. All right. Okay. So I want to get into that. I want to read some, and you know, the AI is not the greatest thing, and it's learning, I guess you could say. All right. They are still pushing that the Megan David, which is elusive to the Star of Renfam, regardless of what they say, okay, they're still the shield of David. So anyway, that's what you want to call it, is the Star of David. It is not. First of all, it's an idol. It's a talisman. It has changed over the last century, right before most people. That's why I had to put up, as far as the nobles, the original people of Europe and here that contest that, to show that we had our people who messed with magic. A lot of y'all think that pale skin just came up and got the magic and murdered us off. It's part of it because we're the original all over. And it's just the way it is. They can't accept anything else because it makes them irrelevant. No, you exist. You're not irrelevant. It's just like GMO corn. It's not irrelevant. It's genetically modified. It is not healthy. It's not beneficial. It's missing all kind of minerals, and it's crap. I mean, something to make fuel and sugar that damn near kills you. You know what I'm saying? High fructose corn syrup and a number of other things. No, you've accepted that, and that's not what our ancestors grew and fed the world with. Just like wheat, they removed the bran. They removed the beneficial parts, just like your rice. That's white rice is not a real thing, just like white potatoes. But you've accepted it because it's here, but it's high in starch. What does starch do as far as parasites? Feeds them. What does PFAS and heavy got in relationship to heavy metals that are very minute, even on the nuclear molecule, you know, the very small nano, like millionth of a nano, you know what I'm saying, level. It makes it bind. It holds you in it while you got all that fat because of your dirty liver and your messed up kidneys. You know, your gallbladder ain't functioning. Half you got them out, and you know what I'm saying. These are things you really need to look at. I'm just saying, okay. That's for those who will, because the majority won't. A lot of people will look in the fridge and they cover and go, I'll keep the garbage for a certain date. I can dig it. I mean, I still like to enjoy some things that ain't no good. Cheesecake. Okay, so we're gonna get into this as far as the Star of Renfam or the Star of David or Megan or whatever you want to call it. We're gonna get into Acts 7:43. Man, anyway, let's go ahead and read it right quick, so I don't have to run back and forth and y'all be like, oh, there go Red again. But y'all know me. I like to give you sources. Okay. In Acts chapter 7 verse 43. refers to a quote from Amos chapter 5:26. Well, let's look at Amos 5:26 first. Amos chapter 5, verse 26. If you want to pull it up in your Bible, your thought, whatever you want to, okay, go ahead. I'll give you a couple of minutes. My water is frozen. I can't wait to sip it. My lemon, my lime, my key lime water is in the freezer getting cool. So after this, I'm running out to grab the stuff so I can get it back, set it up. I'm going to eat right here while I'm talking to y'all when you have questions and stuff like that. Because I've got right here, I've got excellent salad with a negra toes, pecans, and wild caught, real, not capers, but sardines. There you go. And salt. And what I would be putting on it, I showed y'all yesterday. If you want to purchase something, this is the one to get your primal. Okay? And I'm going to slice an avocado because I got to make my smoothie and put that on there too. All right. Anyway, shut up, Red. You ready? All right. Let me hit this up. Hey, Millennial. What's up, my beautiful little sister? What's up, Mama? How's the rabbits and all the animals doing? Y'all see my baby girl come in? No, she didn't come in. Okay. Thought Snoop would have came in. Okay, so Amos chapter 5, verse 26 in the Bible, King James or whatever, and they got about 100 different new versions, describes the Israelites carrying the images. You know why they say Israelites? Because they say that they're the true sons and daughters of Yaakov, right? That's all. They're not Israel. Israel was Yaakov. That's it. It ain't a place. It ain't on a map. It's just doesn't exist. Then you have the 12 tribes, not 13. The tribes. Everybody has tribes because most of the wars are fought by tribes. You go over there and look at the Democratic Republic of Congo and all the other Liberia and all these Ghana, and those who are fighting, they're tribal wars. You got to look at the people who fought in some of these worthless Zionist wars. Some countries, some kings or leaders would give 50,000 of their tribes, you know? And even with Ukraine, if you go back when it was created by the Bolsheviks, they fought with tribes, even though they were a conglomeration of mostly different new Caucasians. That means by however it may have happened from the original, okay? We've got melanated people here who are very dark who are Caucasian. Do y'all know that? Okay. So let's get back into the grip of it. So Israel, it doesn't exist. Israelites carrying the images of their pagan gods. Sikkoth and Kiowan. Sikkoth, and doesn't that sound Yamase? Yamse, Crete, Hanahuia? That even sounds like one of the languages of my father, of the Chickaw, the Choctaw, when you say Kawan and Sikkoth. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, we're going to leave it at that. Maybe the Zionists should have thought it through a little queer with the Jesuits writing so fast. Anyway, as if they were their king and their deities. So if they're not their kings and their deities, they're talisman, right? Okay. This verse is part of a larger passage where the prophet Amos condemns the Israelites' idolatry and hypocrisy in worship, highlighting their preference for those foreign gods over the true God himself. So anyway, in Acts chapter 7, verse 43, refers to a quote from Amos. It refers to it. All right. So Stephen, in this, with Stephen and his defense before the Sanhedrin, y'all know who the Sanhedrin is by now, right? But after this goofy 20-year war that idiots fought and Desert Storm, if you don't know, and they don't look like what they did back then, pull up the pictures, please. Go to I guess it's Alamo or Britain or German Museum, as far as historical, and pull up that written documents from their 14th, 15th centuries, but you know what it actually is. Anyway, accuses the Israelites of worshiping foreign gods, specifically referencing Moloch and Remphan, also known as Remphan, when you think of Remphan, okay? He argues that this idolatry is a continuation of the ancestors' rebellious behaviors. The curse of turning them black, that means turning them pale skin. For those who know. For those who don't, I see y'all people argue all the time, and I listen to idiots when I used to be in Harlem, and when the Hebrews, when they're starting to look like, Melly Mel and them, the Message, Grandmaster, and Planet Rock, and they all standing up there looking like, before Dragon Ball Z became something, with the leather and 9-ring kung fu and praying mantis and all that, and Panther Fist and Crane, and I know I'm ancestral kung fu, and I'm pretty damn good at it, but it's not for fighting as far as I'm concerned. And regardless of that, with the snake and everything, and knowing where to put the fingers and the monkey paw, all that, tiger, everything, even dragon, everything is pretty much the same. You see what I'm saying? And and if people want to hold on to that without thinking that part, there's nothing I can do. These are the simple things that individuals should look at, or even in the hypothetical of existence, should at least come up with up in here, right? Okay. But if your heart's not there, that means your gut's not there. That means you're not really thinking. You're just rolling through the decks, looking at what's been recently placed there, and that's your acceptance. And that's what you see today. People accept what they're transposed to and what they think might be correct because they haven't done any further research. So good obedient peasants and slobs. Now, in the historical context, right? Let's go down to Remfan. Okay, let's go down and have a look. A name for a star god, likely associated with the Egyptian deity Saturn. As you know, there are no stars. And in Stefan's argument, by referencing these idols, all right, Stefan is not only pointing out their past idolatry, but also their current rejection of the true God. That means you outside yourself. I'm going to help y'all with that. Despite having the law and the prophets. Am I saying something greater the Most High don't exist? I would never do that. I would never dismiss the very plausible possible something. Usury would have you believe, use it as a vice for their continued conquering, and be dismissive of it, and then you will relegate yourself to false information laid out. As we say in 1984, everything has been rewritten, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right, so you got that. And make you forget and dismiss the creator. Not as if the creator, her, or him, if y'all got to do all that pronoun crap, however you want to see, are them or you. Okay? Now, as far as the exile, the quote also serves as a foreshadowing of the exile that would befall the Ishmaelites for their continued disobedience and idolatry. Hope you got that, okay? I'm hungry. Now, this is very correct as far as Amos chapter 5, verse 26. The Septuagint, the Greek always Latin, Greek, and right? That's not even an ancient language. Anyway, translation of the Old Testament translates the Hebrew name Chion. Hatha, Kathes, Chiun, Chion. Or you can say Kion, which would be Kiyyun, okay? Anyway, as Refan or Remfam. So how does Chion or Kion in retrospect mean Refan or Remfan? See, that's a big game. That's why it's important to study linguistics. Hey, Quintus, hey, there go our brother. Women, if you want a good suppository, I'm serious, that's free of all paraben and chemicals that are cancer causing, him and his wife. I don't know if you did it after you got off. Did you do it after you got away from the Cincinnati Colts, or did you do it like, was it in your head? Quintus, the Sabala brother, right? He's a great preacher and everything, and he knows who we are as well. But when did you do it? Because he gave it to me. It's in what you called Y'all can order them. I think he's still doing it. He has recycling limited. He's got a magnificent thing that he's got together. But when did you do it, Quinn? It's 6 years ago, right? Okay, 6 years ago. Yeah, that's long after you've been out from playing with the NFL. All right, so y'all, yeah. So that, get with him and order from him, because I think he's got the best on the market. Okay, trust me on this. Trust me on this. Get with him so that you can get something that will not harm you. Because a lot of you don't know why ovarian cancer and uterus, regardless of the melanated ones that Ohio and Chicago and all them doctors stole from our sisters in the 70s and 80s. All the sisters, all the beautiful women out there in the world, get with Q. All right, I'll get all the information again. I'll put it on this new phone because I had it on the older one, and I'll make sure that y'all have it on the post. Always look for my posts. So whenever anybody's got some good stuff and music, whatever, I'm gonna be putting it on there. Like I said, I'm gonna change up how I do content now. Okay. Now, what is the star of Renfam mentioned in the so-called bibliography or Bible? That's right. Bible literally is translated from bibliography. It doesn't matter what you think. It means how they existed and lived. And that's what they play with. Just like you see them playing with people's lives and got people all at wars and they can't even figure it out, but they still go to war. The media plays a part and everything else. But what is the star of Renfam mentioned in the Bible? I would have y'all, not just our homework. I don't get paid to do this. Look up Renfam and search everything out. Go as far back as the 1st century. And if you can go back further than that, because as you know, they added on. I was the first one saying this, whether on MySpace, Logbook, whatever. I was the only one, even in the military. Everybody, Ricky Carlisle, Joe Osteen, everybody, Derek Walker, AO1 Walker. Even my boy went to SEALs when I was getting ready to go. Said, you're crazy. I says they added on 1,000 years. Everybody said I was crazy. Even when I was in high school fighting teachers because they were teaching crap. Until my grandma said, James, after swinging on the principal and fighting the teacher, I got to pull you out of school. And I was like, well, I'm going to the French Foreign Legion any damn way. I'm tired of selling weed. I'm tired of working in Metuchen, New Jersey, getting paid better than everybody, $17 an hour, because of Uncle Reggie with that hot rod Dodge van. You know what I'm saying? I still was saying I didn't believe nothing around me. My great-grandmother, Regina Lee, and Miss Winston go, yeah, this ain't right here. Them old heads from the Carolinas knew what they was talking about. Now people are starting to see it. I always play it 800 to 1,000. I am telling you, 1,000 years. This is not 2025. I don't care what they're saying, how much they keep pushing it because of people's sublime ignorance. Trust me. Or trust in yourself to relegate yourself to information to further find out if it's credible and if it even has meaning. I think it does. Okay. So I would have y'all look into that, all right? And you got to remember, a pagan deity associated with the planet Saturn. Now I know there's a picture, right? They have the 8-pointed, then they have the pentagram, and then they have what they call the Star of David. Okay. Maybe in their fictional world of existence and how they acclimated it. But let me read this to you too as well. Okay. Let me pull this up. Is it on the Bloomberg? What's it? Oh no, that's the okay. I don't want that. Oh, let me turn this off before it bugs out on me. Yeah, it's bugging out on guys. It's the allergy. All right. Okay, let me see. We'll pull it up. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right, I want that one. T-Bone. All right. Okay. Here it all is. I want to get to the right part. Because I couldn't save it. Even when I come off the page, it goes right back to the top. And I have to scroll back down. I was going to save it in my notes, but I got too much over there, and I don't want to do that. All right. Okay. Mark of the beast. When you think about the true esoteric, okay, the true esoteric nature of this, star is that it is the star of Saturn, through which the spirit of Satan operates by those who worship. And that's if you look at Amos chapter 5, verse 26. I would say that would be great to talk about, Q, To point out, don't go ham. I know you know how to do the theology and everything, to research these things, go into, find the words, go into the dictionary, the almanac, and see and reference, place, whatever, and then make those notes, bubbles, whatever, right? And then put them together, because it'll paint a timeline, and then be able to deliver that as a sermon or something, to bring people back down to the functionality of their gut instincts, the maturity of their heart, and removing the conditioned adolescence of their mind, to reestablish the connection to more truths that is within everybody, within your your DNA. I'm gonna get that nucleic acid crap. Anyway, it's all in there. Okay, so let me get right to it. Where's it at? Okay. There was a predecessor symbol to the Star of David, which had a significant likeness to it. Now, in a couple of these other ones I have, they'll say that it has nothing to do, that it applies to the Jews, but this is what contradicts the New Age lie. There was a predecessor symbol to the Star of David, which had a significant likeness to it. It was called the Seal of Solomon, the Hatam Shlomo. And as you know, that is Yiddish. And the symbol was legendary among those in medieval mystical arts, like Jewish Kabbalists. But it wasn't just restricted to them. It was everybody who would fight against, when you think about Gog and Magog. How can a world go from peace to war? Everything rewritten, changed, destroyed, and it's ongoing. Okay? Okay, where's that? Okay, let's see. Here's the contradiction. This is the AI overview. Let me show you how goofy it is. It's just like y'all see the AI videos and you see the mug smack somebody. You see how they're doing. Right now, they got the AI, because of the database of the ignorant who program it, they got the melanated sister running around in the ape stuff. They got them fighting all the time and acting stupid, like what they got, the conditioner to keep it there. And you see it throw a slap and they look like two hands when the slap come back, and they come back so quick. And you realize, that's AI and talking garbage, right? So in the beginning, really listen. Now, AI overview, is the Star of David actually the Star of Remphan? We already correlated the reality and the fact that it looked different from what it is now. But listen, when I get through this paragraph at the last about 10 words, I'll let you know when I get there. Now, no, the Star of David is not the same as the Star of Remphan. Of course, it looks different. But anyway, this is what it states. While both are six-pointed stars, y'all can look at that thumbnail. The Star of David is a Jewish symbol. What are idols? Based on what? Symbols and references to what? Whereas the Star of Remphan, mentioned in Acts chapter 7, verse 43, is associated with pagan idol worship in the Bible. Now, we already went over the fact that it changed. Okay. The Star of Remphan is linked to the Babylonian god Saturn, also known as Chion or Chion, of course, according to Christianity narratives, right? The Star of David or Megan David, Star of David, Megan. Y'all seeing what all these so-called wives of ex-presidents and leaders and everything are men. It's deeper than what you can imagine, the perversion. It's a hexagram formed by two overlapping, pay attention, equilateral triangles, and it became, as above, so below, and it became a prominent symbol of Judaism in the late medieval period. Medieval means after the betrayal and everything was evil based on what these Ashkenaz or Khazars were doing. And that was subverting and changing the narrative because they needed to get to a point of a new world order, transhumanism, to become godlike because they're nothing like us. I want to keep it simple and pleasurable. I want y'all to research all this stuff. There's a plethora plethora of more information. But I'm tired of listening to these idiots keep trying to rewrite the narrative and make the case of what they say stays and what anybody else think doesn't. No, we're not doing that no more with these bastards. They need to get up off the soil is what they need to do. And until we get rid of these sellout Negroes and make an example of them, nothing's going to happen. Well, not me. I'm not going to do nothing. I think it's kind of funny. I mean, I'm doing my part now, just enlightening you, because most of y'all wouldn't find out if you wanted to. And there's plethora more. That's why I'm asking you to do the research. So instead of asking me questions, you can come back and say, look what I found. And it's not about whether you're wrong or right. It is really about, are you aware? Damn it, I'm hungry. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's got a perforated line that don't work. Y'all know they're making their everything's with chemicals and stuff. I don't have fingernails. I like to cut them off. Ain't no good when you get into a squib out. You know what I mean? Oh, this stuff is good too. I haven't had this in about, I don't know, since I was in Page. I had a bottle in the fridge. I let it go back because I don't eat salad every day like I should. But we're gonna build a box. I'm gonna pick up some organic, what you call it, just to grow some stuff that will grow in about a couple of months before, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing here, what I'm gonna partake in. I don't even know if I can finish that mushroom coffee. It's got caffeine. And probiotics. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. It's so freaking good. Okay, so let me show you what I got here. No ants crawling around up on it. Thank you. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of pieces of seaweed. This is 1 serving a day. And break it up on it. Iodine, seaweed, kelp. There's iodine in everything. Apples, everything damn near. But do you get enough? I don't know. You got to remember, iodine is what? A mineral, right? And they strip it from everything. I mean, they had our people eating salt from fake salt, right? Making them hypertension and everything else because it wasn't real salt. Real salt doesn't do that because, I mean, when you have a heart attack, a stroke, what's the first thing they do? They hook you up with sodium. What they put salt into your arm. Make it make sense. I used to always sit there when I was in school studying medicine, right, in college. I used to sit there saying, does anybody even pay attention to that? I didn't even know that. I was like, I ain't never thought about that. Every time I had a little episode and I go in the hospital, they shoot me up with salt. We got to give you, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me go ahead and pour this on there. Oh, not a lot. You don't want a lot of salad dressing. You don't want to drown it because too much of anything is no good. I'm not putting avocado on this one. I'll eat when I get back. All right, that's just too much. All right. Get a couple of avocados and grenades over there, bro. You know what I mean? So, am I going fucking retarded? Oh, there we go. Excuse my language. I didn't mean for y'all to hear that. Am I going friggin' retarded? Okay, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the pecans. I'm going to use the word because it's not a curse. It's not good for anybody to be using it. But down south, Carolina to Florida, we have a lot of pecan trees. Even up in Jersey, we had a bunch of them. We used to go outside and we had a tree. We used to pick them up and eat them, put them in a little pillowcase and everything. We call them nigger toes. Yes, sir. That's what we call them. Used to look like Night George toes and pecans, and you know when they're in the shell. Oh my goodness. That's it right there. Oh, I appreciate you, fam. I see we're pretty good. I like the spicy one. I know, yeah, it is. I can't do a whole lot of spice, even though I'm big on spice. It strips the potassium and does something with the magnesium. Oh, I get cramps pretty bad. You know what I mean? Soon didn't come in, huh? Oh man, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. I'm gonna eat right in front of y'all. I used to have people talking about, you gonna eat right in front of me? I don't carry a man purse, right? That's correct. There you go. I'm gonna eat in front of you. Hell, like you something. My stomach. You ain't got nothing to do with that. Oh, it's so good. Now you can put olives. You can put all the things that are really beneficial as far as healthy fat. All the stuff. All vegetables have protein. But this is phenomenal. I know to get the other one. This one is so good. And this one is so good, guys. There it goes. Primal Kitchen. No, they're not paying me. Okay. That is delicious. Oh my goodness. Oh. You know what'd be good in here? Some Concord grapes and boysenberry. Give it that sweet with the salt and a little bitter. Now, you can add a little bit of oregano and parsley. Helps with heavy metals a little bit. Don't do too much, because too much of anything, you feel weird and you'll be wondering why. Like when I told you I was eating them Brazil nuts, you can only eat 2 or 3. You eat too many, you have a problem. All right, if you don't believe me, I already showed y'all, and I had the issue. Ate about 20 of them things. Oh man, I knew it right away what it was. I forgot. Gosh, this is so freaking good. I hope you're sitting there salivating and you don't have it. I'm sorry. I'm just playing. I'm trying to be mean. Oh, this is the sardines I like, y'all. Okay. Only ones I like. Kind of same with the tuna too. You can add grapes if you want. You can add grapes to it. All right. For those who know about sweet, salty taste, and this is more benefits. You know what I mean? You can add mandarin oranges. Take one, peel it, get half of it, throw about 4 or 5 of them in there. A couple of olives, sweet, salty, the crunch, the crispiness, and the health benefits. All right. Some people have been asking, how do I get the plaque out of my arteries? Come on, guys. Hey, Nanoconese is one. That means that, remember y'all, when I was showing y'all eating the Japanese fermented soy? That will help. Vitamin D with K2, because how it strengthens and helps the arteries. And then Ceylon, what you call it, cinnamon, a little cayenne pepper, turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper to get the psychoactive, also help. And there's probably a number of other things. All right. Am I going to say buy the powder stuff? That's some people trying to get rich. You need to get the original fermented soybean, which is not GMO, which will actually raise your testosterone levels, brothers, and not mess with women's estrogen. But before you do that, go ahead and for about a week or 2, get your pineapple, ginger, and clove drink. Kill off, your parasites. There's a whole bunch of kind of parasites. Make sure you do that for about 2 weeks. Also, leave the meat alone. I know people have a problem with pork. Do you know why most people down south talk like they do? It's because they have hookworm, tapeworms. They have different, and that's why. And they're slow, but you think they might be fast. They eat all that pork. And I told you, pork ain't really the bad one. Chicken is is worse than pork. And did any of y'all research it? Trust me, it is. I mean, you got to remember, it takes a buzzard to make it. And besides that, the fact that the three most prominent meats are that which is not even indigenous to this land. So why all the melanated people in there? Well, I'm going to point something out to you here in a minute. This is so fucking good, man. And this will be other information for you. Okay? I can't eat a lot, y'all. Ain't a lot. Ain't a lot at all. About the size of my fist, whether you like it or not, smaller. I don't eat a lot. Anyway, so somebody said a video. I told them I'm not gonna watch it. I already saw what it was. They shared some Latino, well, Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters. No, not that one. That's for later. Light-skinned farmers. I wish I can get them all here to watch and listen to this. Let me help you out, my light-skinned farmers, YT, whatever. Y'all got some different type of words and shit. Let me help y'all out. They thought that the American Negro, the autochthonous, the aboriginal, original mofo of this land, of the Greater Tartary, the old world, they want to hijack usury, everything we invented, that we was going to come and work on a raggedy-ass GMO, poison food, soil, putting out for the U.S. corporation that ain't nothing to do with America. That USA don't exist. Never existed with me. And it ain't called fucking America. All you fake-ass patriotic monkeys. But anyway, excuse my language, fake ass, like a donkey. And they're sweet and beautiful, and this is cuddly and fun as dogs. But anyway, you thought that we was going to come back and work in the, first of all, up until 1940, we still had over 42 million acres. That means mostly the growing stuff. That means that was feeding y'all's monkey behinds. And because you little Zionist monkeys and the sellout Negros and Negros decided to live this perpetuous, rich, magnificent life, motherfuckers that look like us, who ain't us, who will betray everybody and probably related to all of them. Through murder, death, a lot of them lynchings, farmland, storefronts. Yes, don't get it twisted. Don't let them miscarry, tell you a fake lie. Stealing. And y'all went and started growing all this garbage, poison in the fucking world. Why the fuck would we come and work with you goofy motherfuckers who poison the world so you can live, roar down in yachts and all the other shit and be drunk, get a little small town smack on your wrist because of that? Every time I saw them chicken farmers doing the fake demi, getting moved out, forced out, I had an issue, but they still wanted to make $1 and they willing to. You think I'm gonna cry for you? You think I'm gonna feel bad for you? You were never meant to be farmers on this goddamn land. Martin Luther King broke that down and told you before he said that great "I have a dream" speech. It don't matter what he did with the feds. That's how they blackmail people, even if they make it up and say, "Here we find the Negro languishes in the corner of society of his own land." None of you heard that, monkeys. I'm talking about to the bad ones who think they all superior right now, and you ain't. Far from it. Okay? Enjoy eating the shit that you push to the population while you was getting rich, putting your water distillers and your Keegan water. You know what I'm saying? When you were living all abundantly and all our people were fucking dying, we ain't gonna farm a goddamn thing else except for ourselves. They thought we was gonna come over there and start working the farm for some 11 fucking these motherfuckers. Y'all are, and in the majority of your light-skinned folks, y'all wasn't even here in the 19 goddamn hundreds. I had to get on one dumb Peckerwood back over in Page, walking around with the rebel flag wallet and on his shirt, and trying to act all stupid. I said, what, how long you been over here? When did your family get here? Oh yeah, well, my grandfather, my grandfather, he said my grandfather came here from England in 1939. I looked at him like this. Okay, before that. Well, my great grandma, she was here, but she came from Yugoslavia or something. And then I got people standing around me, light skin, native, a couple of brothers out. Well, one sister and a brother out there, big old mechanic, married to a Navajo woman. I said, why the hell are you wearing my ancestors' flag and the bullshit one with the 13 stars instead of the battle from the star forts, the cannons? I says, why are you wearing it? Well, you know, it's kind of like white pride. What white pride, huh? That's how I talk. I asked, I said, what are you talking about? And everybody's standing around because they know me. And they're just saying, man, you need to go ahead and take that shirt off. You disrespecting his culture. Light-skinned folks was telling them. They ain't gonna sit there saying their ancestors fought in that damn bullshit because there wasn't no Civil War. You probably should take that shirt off and buy a new wallet because you're kind of disrespecting. That's, you know, they call it valor. Hey, baby girl, what's going on, Slow? That's the kind of shit I do. Really do. I mean, that's the stuff I really do. I gotta finish the seaweed. It's so good. But I can't eat it all right now. I'll be running to the toilet. Something so good. Now, this is the sea salt and avocado oil. Roasted seaweed snacks. These are Annie's. Now, I won't eat mac and cheese from Annie's and all that other fake organic bullshit. But this, and if you're going to eat cheese and you're going to run out there and get the Vito and all that fake cheese, don't eat that crap. You better off eating regular old extra sharp cheddar cheese, Swiss, and goat cheese. I'm being serious for the cheese lovers like me. That don't give you bad cholesterol and plug your arteries up. It's chemicals from the processed food like lunch meats and the chemicals utilized. And you read the you know what I'm saying? And this one, I like it because even though you can read the ingredients, pull it up on Google and read the ingredients and you'll be impressed, all right? I like the fact that it has 0 sugar, okay? That's what you need, okay? I know how to make that anyway. I gotta get that back in the fridge before it starts getting a little, even though it's cool right here. But anyway, I thought I would share that with you guys. I hope that was some good information. I hope you guys can take it and utilize it. Kill Me had another good one that was pretty good. I only watched half of it because I was tired. I didn't say anything. I think I might have came in there and escaped a couple of bells and hundreds, but I was so tired yesterday. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna get ready to head on out. I might go live on the way back just to talk about a couple of other things that I'm really been thinking about. Yesterday we had one of them goofy ass monkeys come in the store behind me. It's funny, I had to find it had this kind of same pants on, or like, you know, like the feds want to be all militarized on American soil, the frauds. On a cell phone, happened to walk in line, goes, oh yeah, air tag. I'm like, look at this motherfucker. You know how to put an air tag on my shit. You ain't saying nothing here. He just look at him so I could smell something on him. It was a hint. He just look at him and grab him by the throat and bring his forehead down to the, okay? No, he's real. I don't care about his reflexes or anything. I grab your throat and bring your forehead down from the front like this and slam his head on that thing. Because he just lucky I didn't do it because I get this second little ump about me. And I said, no, you give me 5 of them. I'll put them all over my truck. On the tablet, my cell phone, locations on. You don't have to do that goofy. And saying that don't mean nothing to me. Reach out and touch me. Convey something where you think you're smart in your hypothetical narrative of your existence and think that it's going to work out because you've been over there killing beautiful brown people and a couple of pale skins you have no idea about, whether the Zionists programmed to do it. I don't care. I'm not the problem, but I can be. I'm only here to share some information. No more. Balance, y'all. Ain't my problem. Y'all ain't wake up and y'all don't remember nothing. That ain't my fault. I'm not here to make anybody a believer in shit. No. Everybody has something different about them that comes from childhood that has nothing to do with this corporation, this idiom or ideology. There's something different in everyone. That is a magnification of all your unique togetherness. But a lot of you haven't stepped into it. You're still treading water, attempting to find your way through all the tight binding seaweed and kelp and the deadly snapping turtles and the viper-like piranhas. When all you got to do is get the hell out the damn water and walk on the flat ground of remembrance. We ain't African. That's a term that's brand new. I think I was in 19. What was it when I put that information up? I think it became Africa. And they called it for a while, but 1946, like when Hindustan became all of a sudden India, to which it was never India. Abulan, people don't even pronounce it properly, has everything to do with a period, a time, just like Egypt is a period of time, not a single place. Anyway, just like Tartary, they always want you to look at Prussia, Georgia, anything of a fake Europe narrative that paints this ideology of a superior YT when that's not real at all. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there because majority of people can't do it. They're all over the place while they think I'm all over the place, hitting on points and key factors while they're still in the delusional state. I'm not saying that to be me. All right, we're not on an elliptical here, okay? I am just only saying get off of the figure 8 because that is not infinite and get on the straight line that goes to nowhere it doesn't need to. But it's a continuation of where it should be, not this broken loop of their fictional world that's got everybody stuck. No dreaming, no thinking, okay? And the only reason why they want to get you and destroy you all is because that they believe, based on the science and some other bad things, that they found another way to exist outside of the diameters of your natural state and order, regardless of manipulation and everything else. These idiots, when you give in to absolute power in its corrupt form, it has nothing to do with the truth of power. Whatever you want to paint power as, you need to let them stay there. It doesn't matter what they've done there. You can see all the work they do because you perform it. You play a major part in this hindrance, slowing and stagnation of your existence. But if that's what you want to do, go right and have at it. If you want to stand up in front of if you ain't doing it for for your significant other, that go for you men too that like to stand in front of the camera now like this. Yeah, I see men now doing that. What is wrong with you niggas? And for your women to do that, save it for your man. Okay? But we got to get away from all these women getting these funky butt things. And it ain't just the sisters. I mean, you got one went down there and lost 2 guys. Nobody wants to see you flapping your ass up in the video. Nobody want to see your boob job. We don't give it. We don't. And with your purple and your pink hair, sisters, stop it. And get that perm and that synthetic woo-wop out your head. Thank goodness as young sisters with afros. I just got a problem with this wearing Africa with leather jacket, talking about black power and all that bullshit. Everything in time. A time that don't exist. It'd be nice to see other people and their decency using their platforms to push closer, in retrospect, a closer narrative to the truth compared to the convincing establishment of the lie. Convincing establishment of the lie. If you want to use that, go right ahead. If you have a hard time understanding it, look up each word. All right. What was that? Just, hey, DeAndre, what's going on? I'm tired of all the mess. Yeah, but don't let it become an emotional feeling. Yeah, I know, bro. Too much soy sauce. Every time I go on Instagram, and when you tap on, like, I'll see like 4 or 5 people, because I want to get a picture of something, stare at this new or whatever, right? I'll see 4 or 5 people that I saw acting in movies, this, that, and other, and what's the first thing they're doing? Because I follow a lot of bodybuilder, females and men. And what are they doing? Had to cook it for their man. OnlyFans. I'm like, What Hitler attempted to fix, they succeeded over here and they got it over there. They got it everywhere because of people's ignorance. Yeah, we don't need none of that. Let your afro, let your home grow. You know what I'm saying? Let your afro grow. Reconnect to your roots and don't worry about what nobody damn says. Especially those who can't even grab it, because there's more Chinese and Japanese and Koreans getting afros and some naturally born with them, more than y'all over here trying to chase after these homosexuals in the music industry and in the church. There's a ton of homosexuals in these damn churches and in the music and the movie industry. They broke you. And it took a brother to tell you the reason why, based on the chemical, glyphosate and other things, that are making male frogs want to be female frogs. I mean, come on now. Can I get a hey man? That means all men. We're not human. So don't go tripping the life and test talking about, can we all get along? I mean, we are human. No, I'm not. You cast spells somewhere else. I am nowhere near what that thing is. I am sentient. You know, if they have no respect for man, woman, especially if it's y'all's Beelzebub or Satan or whatever the fuck, the Hamashiach. And ain't it funny? And this is for the people, a religious quandrum. If in the Torah and the Bible and the Quran, if the God Almighty presence is supposed to return, as you see in us waking up, why would you have to usher in talking about the Hamashiach, their Hamashiach, whatever that shit is coming back or is back, richer than all people all put together, some are fiat, which they created. I mean, make it make sense. Appreciate y'all for being so intelligent and knowing more than me. No, seriously. I respect y'all. Appreciate the donations for those who choose to donate. It don't matter what it is. I'm going to always use it, as I always have, to accomplish some things so that some of the dreamers will say, you know what? I got a big garage. I got tools. I got a couple extra $1,000. I'm going to build 1, 2 Red. And they probably have, I guess, what you would consider more comfortable. Okay? Mine sits out in the weather, in the elements. I know it's going to be right. But anyway, maybe it'll be a drive for you to get out and make something. Maybe refurbish your porch, your patio. Get out there and get your hands dirty. You know what I mean? But let me say this. Before you do that, and you don't want to contract because there's a lot of fiat, research some things. Make sure you have every tool and extra little spare part required for the project. So that way when you start, you have everything organized and you're ready to do what needs to be done so you can accomplish something. And don't stop. Allow yourself to enjoy it, to profit in it mentally and spiritually, for those who use the word spiritual or the source or whatever, and to better encompass your whole existence, to be back into the state of engineering, creating, and avoiding the tariffs of doing nothing. The tariffs of doing nothing. You dig what I'm saying? I can see we between my teeth. Okay. Anyway, appreciate y'all. I got to run in town, I guess, and get this wood putty. I'm just gonna buy one. They had a cheap one. I don't really want to real. I'm just gonna get it because I want to get this thing done. You know what I'm saying? Or get it to a point. Excuse me, guys. Where I am much more content than where I'm at right now, where I can show a little more going. And I haven't gone up there and screwed in the deck. I expect the homeboy to do it, but I'm gonna go up there and I gotta drive about 24 screws just to get it topical. But I need a staple gun. You know, like the big one, like, you know, for construction. You know what I'm talking about? I need one of those. I don't have one. I haven't had one since I was in the military. Working with, volunteering with Habitat for Humanity. Anyway, it's been that long. All right. I should give me a toothpick. Got a little space where I had a molar. I should have never had that molar taken out. It wasn't cheap for me. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Hey, Baba. Whatever this is. How you doing? To the vida, man. Thanks. 6 souls, Brian. We know it, hun. Yeah, you're correct. Tired of all them. I think everybody. I didn't even think some of the people doing it are tired. They want to get to the get to the next part. Maggot butts. That's a new one. I'm about to write that down. Use a maggot butt. What do you say? I ain't call you just red butt. Instead, use maggot butt. I like that. Anyway, I appreciate new subscribers. I know they do it. I got to get back on that. I appreciate y'all coming in. I hope you make yourself relevant and you discuss, put your thoughts or feelings about certain things. A lot of people, they might show follow the channel, but everybody's got they contest and they have their own thoughts and perceptions on things that are indicative to the world we exist in, whether what's true or lie. We have some people who have traveled and they've seen some of the things I've mentioned that most people have not. Because you got to remember, one of the conditioning or programming factors in so-called USA is to have everybody on this fine line of information to create a certain particular event to have everybody capitulate and subject themselves to it. You know, look at all the idiots who ran over there to fight Russia. What's that based off of? After they fought and defeated Germany, which was the righteous ones fighting a righteous war. That's why I look at when people walk in a certain way and they think, oh, I'm like, looking at them like, you big, without saying a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Patricia Griffin. Well, let me get off here. It's 1 hour and 26 minutes, and I'm not doing a good job at keeping this around 45 to 50 minutes. I got to really lock that in. I appreciate you guys. As you know that we do have, in the Which Call section, we do have a whole lot of things you can check on, reach out, and if it's not working out, let me know, and I'll reach out to the individuals and see what they're doing. People don't really update individuals on certain things. They just roll with the flow. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do this in front of y'all because I'm built this way because I like to mess with people. You ain't gonna stop me. I'm gonna eat this last bit. I bet some of y'all hungry. Look at that right there. Oh, I got onion in there too. Sweet onion. Oh yeah, it's organic. Like that means something. But yeah. Oh, look at the pink cans with the onion. Look, I'm gonna show y'all there. Oh, y'all gonna be like, Brad, you really like? Yeah, I'm really nothing. Fool, you see it? Not damn. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and that sweet onion with the pecan and with the tuna and got a little garlic in there too. With the avocado. It even tastes better from when I first eat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You don't need a whole lot of vinegar and all that nonsense. Unless you're doing vinaigrette or whatever, you know. Oh. I go get my banana, avocado, and blueberry smoothie together, y'all. You don't stop wandering on me, fool. That was just me acting. I made it in my mustache. Don't worry, I'll save it for later. You know what I mean? That is, and I put salt on it. So you got some iodine salt. We gotta get some more salt, so I'll probably order some. But fabulous, fabioso. This is, oh my goodness. Oh, that is so freaking good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is like perfect. You know what I mean? Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'm just dragging up pain, right? I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys later, all right? I might go live when we're traveling or whatever, all right? I'll let you know. Because you'll see me. All right. I know it's messed up, y'all. They were just interrupting and whatever, and I had to make space in the phone, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter. Whenever you come on and it starts, let me reset, and it comes back on sometimes. And if it don't, you just let me know. And usually what I do is it takes about a hot second. I go and create another live just to pick up, to finish off. All right. So be mindful of that. Hey, mama. You want some of this? You want some sardines, mama? Huh? She is right there staring at me. I ain't lying, y'all. Y'all think I'm playing, right? She is literally staring right at me, y'all. You think I'm playing? Look. She's staring right at me. Y'all thought I was bugging out when I was telling y'all that? I love this stuff. Now she turned away. Oh, wow. She was staring at me. I'm talking about looking at me. Look at this. I'm going to show you. I love it. I love it. Look. Oh, forget it. She's staring at me right now like that. Hi, mama. What you doing? You want some sardines? Want me to get some? All right, you done made a poop. Want me to get some sardines? I'll get some sardines and put over there with the bird feed. I know y'all love it. Let me get you one, okay? Or some tuna. You want tuna? I'm gonna give him some tuna. I appreciate y'all. Thank him, all cooking. I appreciate y'all. My beloved sisters, remember you are the strength. Men, you are the power. Y'all work together. You hear me? Appreciate y'all so much. Now take that information, research it,